Coming up on this episode of SEVA TV, we get to school on time, get organized, and find a pen pal. Stay tuned for all this and more on SEVA TV. Hi, and welcome to SEVA TV. My name is Kelly Capps. We have an exciting show for you today that will teach you the school rules. Let's start the show off with a little Panther pride, because we have a PSA from Arden Middle School.
Every January at Arden Middle School, we hold the Panther Cup Rally. This rally brings together 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in a fun and competitive setting. Three grades earn points throughout this event to determine which grade is the most spirited.
Whichever grade is the loudest and the most spirited.
To earn points, each grade competes against each other in 2 different events: relay races and a lip sync battle. This event not only highlights our students' academic and athletic accomplishments, but it also leaves them feeling happy, empowered, and proud to be called an Arden Panther. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.
Robots are the future, and the engineering students at Galt High School are the ones who are going to make that future a reality with their G-Tech program. To find out more information, let's check out this video by Trevor Mention.
My name is Trevor Mention, and I go to Galt High School, and this video I created is G-Tech Robotics Club. In the video, we talk about getting people to explore their imagination, so we try to show them what we do in our community, and especially in our clubs at Galt High School. It is educational, getting students to teamwork and bond, and doing something you love with others is a transcendent experience.
Hello, my name is Joseph Hand, Vice President of G-Tech. And G-Tech is an extraordinary experience where you put in some teamwork and effort inside of it. First, you start with the sketches, and then you use those sketches to draw on the computer what you want, and then you find the program. And with that program, you make your robot.
In G-Tech, we travel to different schools for competitions, and it's thrilling and exciting.
When people said Thomas Edison failed to create a light bulb 2,000 times, he said, "I didn't fail to make it 2,000 times. I invented 2,000 ways not to make a light bulb." I think this applies to G-Tech because being persistent and never giving up on a project can create something amazing and inspiring, especially if you love what you're doing.
If you have a passion for robotics design or engineering, then I would highly recommend you join G-Tech because doing something you love with the support of others is an amazing feeling.
Have you ever taken a looping class? Do you even know what that is? Well, you're in luck because Erica Romero from Oak Hill Elementary is going to show us how it works.
My name is Erica Romero. I go to Oak Hill Elementary School, and our video is about looping classes. My favorite part was interviewing people. We want them to learn that looping classes are very important and fun.
Hi, I'm Kason.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Erica. We are 3rd graders here at Oak Hill Elementary School. And we're here to introduce you to our looping class.
You might wonder, what is looping?
Looping is when a teacher moves to the next grade level and remains with his or her class. All three of us have been in a looping class with our teacher. Miss CASL has completed 2 cycles while looping 2 classes of students all the way from 1st through 3rd grade. To understand how looping works, we will be interviewing students, parents, and our teacher, Miss CASL.
Let's start the interviews!
I really liked the looping program. I think there are many benefits to it. Both my kids did it. This is my second child that's in the looping, and it's back-to-back, so this will be my 6th year with the same teacher, and so I really like the program.
Yes, I do like having the same teacher for 3 years because I'm really used to her and we trust each other.
I feel like it was a little bit different going from having one teacher for a few years to having a different teacher each year, but the change wasn't too bad, although I do like looping classes better.
What do you think are the benefits of having your child in a looping class?
Well, I felt that the teacher already knew all the students and that they could come back to school after being gone for the summer and just pick up right where they left off.
I think the best advantage is that you get to have fun with people and you get to know people a lot.
And I would recommend a looping class for other parents with children. One of the reasons I think is because it allows the teacher to really get to know each student and their different learning styles, so that at the beginning of the year there's not this long period of downtime where they are trying to assess the students. They kind of already know where they are and they just get to roll right into the next lesson plans.
Did you like having the same group of kids each year or a different group of kids?
I like having a different group of kids because it opens you to different experiences, like having new friends, like rather than having the same group.
I don't find any downsides to looping. I think there's all positives, and hopefully more schools decide to do it.
I feel very fortunate to have had this experience of teaching looping classes. Watching individual students mature and grow over the course of 3 years has been very rewarding. When we have started our 2nd and 3rd grade years, I've been able to just pick up where we had left off the previous year. I already knew right at the beginning of the year which students I was going to need to give some extra support to and which ones would need to be challenged. I also knew at the beginning of 1st grade how I wanted the students performing academically at the end of 3rd grade and was able to lay down the foundation and continuously build upon it each year. There is quite a different bond that I have with the students and that the students have amongst themselves by the time we're in 3rd grade together. There is such a feeling of comfort and trust in the classroom, which I think helps facilitate an enriching learning environment. Even though I feel this has been a successful program for me, unfortunately, it won't be continuing at our school site. To really make this program work, there needs to be more teachers willing to teach this way, and we just don't have that here. I am, though, very appreciative that I was given this opportunity to teach these looping classes these past 6 years.
I'm being honest, there's nothing that I disliked about my looping class.
There was nothing that I dislike about being in a looping class.
I didn't dislike anything about my looping class.
There isn't anything I dislike about looping class. It's really fun.
What's your favorite part about school? Is it recess? Well, I hope you know how to behave when you're on the playground. If not, then Emily McKenzie from Creative Connections Arts Academy will teach you what not to do on the playground.
What are you guys doing? Don't you know the playground rules?
Yeah, so what?
No, you could get hurt. Yeah, I guess we should have listened to you.
Don't climb up the slides. Use the ladders and stairs to climb up. You should also use the ladders and the stairs for climbing down. You can also use the slides. Slide down feet first and one at a time. No climbing up the slide. Only one person on the orbiter at a time. You got 10 seconds before your time's up.
See, now we can have fun the right way. Yeah, this is way more fun. Totally.
Has this ever happened to you? Your teacher is collecting homework, but your backpack is too messy to find it on time? Well, you're in luck, because this next instructional video from Heron School will teach you how to organize your backpack so that you can find everything you need.
And then take your backpack over to the trash can and throw everything that is not necessary to your education in there. Or buy a new backpack. And finally, put all the work that corresponds with the subject of the folder into the folder. Then put everything into your backpack in a neat and organized way. And finally, you are ready to get good grades.
How would you like to visit our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.? These students from Arden Middle School got the trip of a lifetime, and student reporter Elijah Solito has the full scoop for us.
My name is Elijah Solito. I go to Arden Middle School, and my piece is called Washington, D.C. News Story. The video is basically about the Arden school trip where they flew to Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, and Maryland, so it's just kind of a documentation of that. This kind of will provide you a little inside sneak peek at what the trip would be like. On February 16th, 70 students flew to Washington, D.C. to go on a once-in-a-lifetime trip with their peers to experience the home of our nation's capital. They also went to Pennsylvania and Maryland to tour some historical museums and monuments. This is a trip that Samuel has been doing for many years. Each year, a different teacher travels to the capital with the students. This year, it was Mr. Zanetti, 7th grade history teacher.
As you've studied American history, you're now walking through the halls of those places. You're going to go to Independence Hall in Philadelphia, where they talked and wrote the Declaration of Independence. You're going to go to the Smithsonian's and see things that you've read about. You're going to go to battlefields. You're going to see the White House. You'll see the Capitol. Those experiences for you will impact you, and you'll remember this probably for the rest of your life. The trip was offered to all 8th graders, and 70 decided to go. They will all have action-packed days, such as viewing the Oval Office and the Lincoln Memorial. They will take a flight to Pennsylvania from SFO, which they will then drive to different monuments and memorials, such as City Hall and seeing the Liberty Bell. Then, after an eventful day, they will drive to their hotel, where they will spend the night and continue on their East Coast adventure with their friends, and some parents, who will be acting as chaperones. The title chaperone may be intimidating to some, but the parents will also be having a great time touring the birthplace of our nation and home of our national government.
Well, hopefully more than the book learning stuff that you get out of it, I hope that kids learn about how connected the world really is. That's something that traveling does, is it shows you that you can travel, for hours or for a day across the country, and you're going to see people in houses and buildings and restaurants that are just like we have at home, which kind of helps reinforce how connected we all are.
The students going on this trip are very excited to take a trip to the Capitol, where they will be staying in a variety of hotels with 3 of their friends in each room. They will be taking a red-eye flight out of SFO so they can arrive at 7 a.m. or 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time in Philadelphia. Their eventful trip will start off with getting breakfast at the Hard Rock Cafe. Then they will visit the Rocky Stairs and assorted government buildings from the colonial times. Then, after their eventful day, they will go back to their hotel to bunk with the 3 friends that they selected to stay with.
My favorite part? Probably going up the Rocky Steps, because, when we first got there, it was freezing cold. No one wanted to everyone was tired after the plane ride, no one wanted to do anything. And then we got there, and there was just steps, and we got to run up the steps, and everyone loved it, and it was fun. It was we got to, get ourselves woken up by, running up the Rocky Steps, and it's a monument. Everyone knows what the Rocky Steps are, and it's, it was great to go up it.
Since the trip wasn't until February, the students had plenty of time to prepare and make sure they were confident in going on the trip. They also had to stay in good standing both in and out of school, so when it came time to fly east, the teachers felt comfortable supervising the students that came along with them. This was also a big commitment, considering the trip cost nearly $2,500. So the time from signing up and lifting off was big enough that every family was able to pay off the large bill. The students had a lot to look forward to, such as a photo outside the Capitol and White House, as well as seeing many museums.
I do go on a lot of family trips, and so this time it's with my friends, and it'll probably be a lot more fun.
After an eventful week of visiting monuments such as the Jefferson Memorial, going outside the White House, and visiting a handful of the museums a part of the Smithsonian Institution, it came time for the students to fly home. They left from Dulles International Airport, where they then landed in Denver, where they would then have a layover to soon land in Sacramento, where they then reunited with their families and went home with lots of stories and fantastic memories of their once-in-a-lifetime trip to our nation's capital.
Writing letters is an excellent way to keep in touch with friends and family who live far away. The students over at Sunrise Elementary write letters once a month to their buddies. Spartan reporter Holly has a full story on the second grade Pen Pal program.
My name is Holly and I go to Sunrise Elementary School. I made a video on the second grade Pen Pals program with McGarvey. It's an interview where I interview the students about why they write letters and how they do it and what they include in it. And it actually was a lot of fun because it was my first time doing this, so I'm very happy with how it turned out. This is Holly from Spartan TV, and I'm here to interview Miss Gendricks about the second grade Pen Pals program. What class are the Pen Pals in?
We're pen pals with Mrs. Hanneman's class at McGarvey. Our friends that left Sunrise Elementary we miss very much, and we thought this would be a great opportunity to keep in touch with them since we miss them, and to write letters about once a month.
How many letters do you write a month?
About one, sometimes two. We just went on a field trip recently, so we saw them at that and we wrote to them after that, and now we're writing letters about what we did over vacation, and we're creating some snowflakes for them also.
Awesome. Do you include pictures and other things in your letters?
Sometimes, yeah. When we first did our first letter, we sent pictures of each other back and forth so we could see who everybody was. And so far, that's all the pictures we've done. We're thinking about maybe even doing some videos and sending those back and forth. So far, that's what we've done halfway through the year.
Cool. Have you seen your pen pal yet?
Yes, at the Nimbus Fish Hatchery.
What do you write about?
I write about my pen pal Alana, which she's in McGarvey, but we see each other at church.
Cool. How often do you write?
Like once or twice a month, normally.
This is Holly from Spartan TV signing off.
Are you interested in becoming a firefighter? Well, you're in the right place. Annalyse Simpson is going to walk us through the new fire tech class offered at Del Campo High School. Get your notebooks out because class is now in session.
So the video is about this new class called Fire Tech that I heard about, and I thought that because I had never heard about it, I want to present it to other people who had never heard about it. I put together this video with a few of my friends. They helped me set up camera shots and angles and all that. I did the producing and editing. I feel that I've learned that just because firefighting wasn't an option for me, that it's still a cool option for someone, and I'm lucky enough that my school has it.
Hello, I'm Annalyse, and this is a story on fire tech at Del Campo.
The class basically offers a lot of components of the firehouse. So we bring the workplace here to the high school. Every student gets to try it out and see if it's a fit for them and a match. So a lot of things we do in the firehouse because we live together. We eat, we cook, we sew, we clean, we have fun, do PT, lots of exercise, and of course the job itself. And so that's what these kids get, is components of that and little bits and pieces. And at the end of their senior year, if they're successful, they'll have a job with Sac Metro Fire.
My favorite classes, it's actually really fun. We get to do a lot of physical activity as also, the lectures are kind of boring, but swing makes them fun. So
after the third year, they could go straight to EMT school, and they'll have an advantage because they'll already have priority enrollment, already being a college student. We basically bring the college classroom. That's my main job, is I'm a professor at the college, and I teach here, and so they learn their college rigor here in a high school classroom. So then after high school, they could go straight to American River College or CRC, go to EMT school, and get a job.
How do you feel about this class?
Definitely my favorite class so far. My favorite. It's mostly because really it's an opportunity that I've been looking for a while, and it came to this school, and I jumped on the opportunity as soon as I saw that it was a class.
Is this class give you an idea on what you want to do?
Oh yeah, most definitely, because I always had interest in helping people in health, and it's that, and I found a real interest in the firefighting part too, so it's the best of both worlds.
So we have a new pathway program here at Del Campo High School. It's a 3-year sequence. First year starts with intro, then it goes intermediate, and then it goes advanced. This class here for second period right now currently is in our intermediate. Our advanced group will go straight to the firehouse and on ambulances such as this one and do internships. Okay, so first year definitely is intro. I primarily like to have freshmen and sophomores so they can work out the kinks. We'll come out with 6 to 9 college units from American River College and Casitas River College.
This concludes the story on Fire Tech. I'm Annalyse Simpson. Back to you.
Up next, we catch up with the students from Mr. Curtis's class as they release a hot air balloon at Franklin High School. Up, up, and away!
Good morning, Franklin High School. My name is Evan Hunt, and today I'm here with
Braden.
Braden, can you tell me exactly what you guys were doing here today?
So we were making a hot air balloon to fly that John up to space.
Hi, this is Katie from Wildcat TV, and I'm here with Ryan and Julia. So Ryan, how do you feel about the overall project of the balloon?
I think it was really fun because we got to work as a group, and we worked as super hard, coming in early mornings, and we worked on this project.
And Julia, how did the balloon end up?
Well, it didn't go very far, but unlike most of the balloons, it actually stayed upright, which means the hot air stayed inside, wouldn't escape. So it landed on one of the roofs actually, but it did pretty well.
I'm here with Mr. Curtis. Hi, Mr. Curtis. So for the project, what was your motivation to give your students this kind of project?
Well, we needed to study gas laws, so we studied Charles, Boyle's, and the ideal gas law using the standard engineering practices of NGSS, and I think the kids did great. They improved their models, and just the balloons took off.
Hey ladies, have you considered pursuing a career in construction? Over at Center High School, girls are encouraged to try their hand at the new construction class and career pathway. So pick up a power tool and let's get going.
I think a lot of more girls should pursue construction as a career. I think because it's viewed as like a man's job, it's like heavy labor and like hard work or whatever, but in reality it's really not. There's a lot of problem-solving skills that go on in there.
Most people think that jobs such as construction are considered a man's job, but here at CHS, things are a little different.
Yeah, there definitely is a difference in teaching boys and girls. I think especially guys have a tendency to do things fast and wrong, and then girls usually like to double check and triple check and like, kind of make sure that everything is correct.
It appears the students in the construction class seem to have different opinions about how teaching girls and boys differs.
Oh yeah. I think girls pay more attention to the thing, although we made our mistakes too. I think we pay more attention to little details where guys are like, oh, it's fine. We just bang it in later and just brute force the wood into the nail. Like, we're more. I think we pay more attention to detail.
I'd say it's the same teaching both boys and girls. They both learn the same. They both have the same abilities. Everybody has the same capacity to learn.
I mean, they can do anything the guys can do. It's really no difference.
Even so, there are different opinions. They are able to work together.
With geometry and construction, there's a special importance in teamwork, so it's not really individual. You're helping everyone. I think everyone has to help everyone in order to get the job done.
You should sign up for it. It's pretty fun. You swing hammers and stuff.
I am Mariana Prokopchuk, reporting for CHS.
For our last video today, the students at Sutter Middle School have prepared a rap for us explaining why they believe their school is the best. Let's take a look.
My name is Griffin Moore. My name is Cooper Jackson. I go to Sutter Middle School, and my video is called Sutter Rap. So we created a rap about our school, Sutter Middle School. We're rapping about how great Sutter Middle School is. We both produced it and edited it. Filmed a lot of the video and composed it too. I think my favorite part was just working together as a group. I want viewers to learn the experience at Sutter Middle School.
I want them to learn that Sutter is like really a great school.
Wake up for school feeling good about where I'm going. It's Sutter Middle School, my brain keeps on growing. We get these wins and the banners are showing. We're the pride of the city and we never stop glowing. Teachers in their classrooms, English they're instructing. Woodchop cutting wood, surfboards they're constructing. Science on the 3rd floor, experiments they're conducting. With all this cheer, we are erupting.
Sutter, Sutter, we're the best. Do work, minors, we never rest. Sutter, Sutter, we pass the test. We represent like the S on our chest. Math, history, many subjects to explore. We're good at math, 2 + 2 is 4. -1, that's 3 quick maths. With art, computers, and drama galore, you can learn to lead like Obama and more. Pull out a camera and hang with photography, or take out a map and learn about geography. At Sutter Middle School, what's not to appreciate with the wonderful work that we love to create? Sutter, Sutter, we're the best. Do work, minors, we never rest. Sutter, Sutter, we pass the test. We represent like the S on our chest.
We're going up, no stopping. These grades stay up, they ain't dropping. Them debates, we keep talking. We're doing PE, no hopping. With a school like this, our spirit doesn't die, we ain't coughing. The biggest rallies are lit, we don't stop. Our spirit, we got banners in the gym, green and gold has no limit. We keep our campus clean, so don't pollute. It's the home of the miners, there's no substitute.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of SEVA TV. If you'd like to see more student videos or want to find out how you can enter into the SEVAs, check out our website at secctv.org. I'm Kelly Capps. Thanks for watching.